Hey guys, I'm Veronica. I'm Vanessa, and we're in the studio of the Twin My Heart podcast. Welcome to episode 1. We're going to be discussing all of the tea for every episode of Twin My Heart season 2. We're going to do breakdown moments of things that happen on screen, and we're also going to talk about things that happen behind the scenes. Yeah, so if you haven't seen the first episode of Twin My Heart season 2, what are you doing? Go watch it now. You can go to AwesomenessTV on YouTube and watch the first episode because we're actually going to be talking about spoilers today on this podcast. We don't want to spoil it for you guys, so make sure to watch the episode before you listen or watch this podcast. Go watch it now. Do it now. This is fun. Also, because we're twins, I feel like we sound the same. Oh yeah. Okay, I don't know. All right, before we get started with this podcast, we are going to be playing a game. Yes, so you guys sent in some questions into Awesomeness TV's Instagram story. We're going to be answering them. We're going to be talking about what it's actually like to be on a reality dating show. Okay, so the first question is season 2 more dramatic than season 1? Yes. It is definitely way more dramatic. I didn't think it would get way more dramatic, but it did. I ended up actually crying. Yeah, so what happened with me on season 1 is that, okay, we were raised to, just cry, by ourselves or, at home. That's the safe place, and I just never cried in front of people, right? So on season 1, I did cry, but it was, off camera, and then the cameras came, and we're like, oh, Vanessa's crying! But no. But that's just how I am. I always just hold my tears in, so no one sees me sad. But on season 2, no one was holding their tears in. It's all out there. Yeah, even from the producers. One moment where I was like, "Cat, get out of the way," because she was making everyone else cry, and I was like, "Cat, go away." Next question: what was the hardest part of filming season 2, and what was the best part? Ooh, for me, the hardest part about filming season 2 was just seeing Nessa and Franny go through everything I went through for season 1. And it's emotionally draining. Being on a dating show like that, in a good way, right? It's all in a good way, but it's just a lot because there's a lot of guys going after you, and you have to pick one, and you have to give everyone an equal chance. And sometimes you feel like you don't give someone an equal chance, and then you kick them off the show, and then you feel bad. And because it's real feelings, and it sucks. And I felt bad seeing them both stress out over that, and I was like, oh, no, I'm not alone. I felt the same way. I think the hardest part for me is, and I think maybe even the girls, is building a connection with the guys and then seeing them leave. Oh yeah, because you feel bad. Well, especially because we weren't participating, as in we weren't trying to win these guys' hearts. We would just sit down and talk to these guys even when cameras were off because we were allowed to, because we casted them, and basically we formed friendships, and then a guy would have to go and we'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, bye. It was just so much fun. Even when we would stop filming too, it was just really great. Oh yeah, it was super fun, and I'm super glad we get to experience this, and hopefully we can do a season 3. Next question. Did any of the guys from season 2 flirt with Vanessa or Ronnie? Ooh. Oh, definitely. That's a spoiler for sure. Yes. Yeah, but here's the thing. It was not caught on camera, and that's the tea. And it was funny because they would talk to us. This specific person would talk to Nessa and I, and they'd be way more lively, and then they would talk to, I don't know, I think they got nervous on camera. Yeah. So it was really odd. Yeah. It was a bit odd, but I didn't mind. Nessa. I'm sorry. How do you choose the boys from the show? Okay, so the first season, I sat with the producers, and we kind of went through a list of guys and some pictures and looked at some audition tapes, and that's how we chose the guys. But for season 2, I got to help this time because I wasn't looking for love, and we have people that help us. They do this thing called a casting call. It's just a thing that kind of goes up on certain websites that tell you, hey, we're looking for some guys to be part of a show. Please send in your audition tape. And so we had a callback, and so that's the next step after the audition tape is when you get called in for the producers to see, because we're executive producers on this show. Yes, we are. So of course we had to see them, and yeah, that's how we decided. There were some that we really liked that couldn't make the show, and then there were some that we picked that we really liked and that were on the show, and we were like, darn, why'd we pick you? But like we we said, this podcast has all the tea. We're spilling all the behind the scenes stuff. Is it weird going on dates with camera people and producers? I mean, from my experience, no. Well, because I haven't done it. I'm just going to be straight up honest. When there's a camera, I definitely am like, Vanessa, camera time, you know? So anytime there's a camera, that's just like, I just switch on, right? Mm-hmm. And that's how I've always been since we were little girls. And going on these dates and stuff, it was like when the cameras were on, obviously I was being myself, but I was like camera Vanessa, which isn't much different from normal Vanessa. But Vanessa off camera is just a little bit more chill and quiet. So, you know, on these dates and stuff, I was a bit more like extra than what I would have normally been. But I was still myself, obviously. But yeah, like, I don't think it was much extra at all. But you know, it's just weird because you know they're watching, and like I feel like I was conscious of what I was saying and stuff, and I didn't want to like say something stupid and be like, oh no, everyone's going to judge me. Yeah, I mean, I get that. You have to be conscious of that. And it's weird. It's weird, but it's fun. That's what a dating show is. Mm-hmm. All right. Next question. Why did you pick both Franny and Meza to be on this season? Well, because they both single. They're both very single. And they have crazy love lives. But I think one of the reasons why we wanted to choose both of them to be on the show is because they're best friends and they have this amazing bond and a funny dynamic together. Yeah, kind of like what we have. Mm-hmm. We're really good friends with both of them, so we just thought it'd be really fun. And if it were one of them, I think the show would be just as great. But adding another person just gives it a little bit of a oomph to it, you know. And you know, they're better friends than we are with them. Like, they're best friends. We're best friends with them. Yeah, we know. If that makes sense. Like, we know a lot about their lives and, like, major details and secrets and stuff, but they tell each other, like, everything. Yeah, so for them to have each other to, like, lean on during the show, I think was very important because they could put each other in their place and we wouldn't have to do that. and it's just, you know, we love their friendship and we wanted to showcase their friendship and just how they, you know, handle situations together. Yeah, I think they're a great example of what a friendship should be. Mm-hmm. When will you make a dating show for one of your guy friends so I can join? Oh. Maybe season 3. Yeah, maybe season 3. It's been in the talks. It has been in the talks. Like we said earlier, comment down suggestions of who should be on season 3 and who you would like to see on season 3. And honestly, they don't even have to be like one of our close friends. At least we need to know them. Yeah. So just, you guys can think about it and just let us know. But we have some ideas. This is the last question. Did Vanessa have a crush on one of the boys? Chun chun chun. On season 2? It doesn't clarify. I'm guessing season 2. I'll finish the question. Did Vanessa have a crush on one of the boys in season 2? No, I did think some of them were very cute, which is why we casted them, but I wouldn't have dated any of them. All right, so we're not done talking about episode 1 of Twin My Heart, so make sure you listen to the Twin My Heart podcast to hear what we have to say about episode 1. So yes, you guys are going to want to listen to our podcast available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to your podcast after you've watched the episode on AwesomenessTV's YouTube channel. More tea will be spilled for sure. Oh, yeah. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.